So a few months ago, somebody made a comment in one of the Project Soapway videos and said that I should eliminate or exclude or disqualify or whatever any Project Soapway winner that has won some before. And that felt really strange to me because it's like nobody else does that, right? For the soap making challenge for Amy Warden, et cetera, and so forth, that is not a thing. People win all kinds of challenges multiple times. And ultimately, Project Soapway is a challenge looking for the three best in a group of people. And if you continue to be the best, why would you not get rewarded for it? You know? And so I say all of that because today's winner is actually a back to back winner from last week's. And I will tell you who that is and the cosmetic that they made in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudzers? Welcome back to the channel. You're at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for our Project Soapway cosmetic weird stuff that we put into cosmetics via Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Challenge. Yeah. And today's winner is Not So Typical Soaps and More. And she did win last week as well with her beet soap, which was an absolute delight. Her chat when we were there for the premiere and everything was also an absolute delight because she had her family in there. Her kiddos were in talking. It was cool. There's one of them that's a Gemini like me, and so that's fun. But for Not So Typical Soaps and More, this is the and more part. She also does formulations for cosmetics, and she does wild things. The number of times that she has messaged me privately or within the Ask Mrs. Soap and Clay channel and the Discord, or just generally, in the Discord, about very interesting ingredients is wild. So her brain is always moving and doing its thing and trying to formulate and do all this crafty stuff, and I love it. She's definitely becoming quite the formulary, and I think it's delightful. This particular formulation that she has for her cosmetic, the challenge itself was a cosmetic intended for the face that has to include a fresh fruit and or vegetable in at least one way, I believe. Could have been two, but she did it multiple ways. And unlike yesterday when I did no actual part of the carrot, like root vegetables or whatnot, none of the root or the pulp, she's going to be using freeze-dried strawberries in addition to strawberry seed and something else, pretty sure. So it's going to be a moment. I want to talk to you about the benefits of strawberry within a leave-on product, within specifically a product for the face. I also want to talk to you about her formulation, the preservative that she chose, and all the things. So let's get to Miss A's awesome making, and we will talk about all of that there. Another win for Not So Typical Soaps and More, making her and more, and she's got a lot going on here. So her recipe for her heated phase, her water phase, is 48% aloe juice, 4% glycerin, 20% low molecular weight hyaluronic acid as a 1% solution, 2% panthenol, and then 4% glucosamine. And her oil phase is 4% strawberry seed oil, which we are seeing, as well as 4% olive squalene, 4% BTMS, 2% cetyl alcohol, 1% dimethicone 350, 1% strawberry extract, and then for her actives phase, we have 1% strawberry powder, so it's a freeze-dried, 1% vitamin E oil, 3% Emulthix, which is an emulsifier from Lotion Crafter that will work for oils, silicones, and water. 0.5% liquid germol plus 0.5% strawberry fragrance oil. So here's the benefits of all of this. There's a lot going on with all of it. First up, strawberries. What are the benefits of that within this? Well, strawberries are antioxidant rich. So it's going to help out with UV damage, free radicals. They're also high in omega-3s and omega-6, which will help nourish and hydrate. Also great for inflammation because we have vitamins C and A that will be not only help with inflammation, but they'll be brighteners, overall promoting a healthy complexion. Antioxidant rich, anti-aging. It's good for fine lines and wrinkles. And the strawberry powder, that's an interesting one because, well, in and of itself, I would say that the strawberry powder can be an exfoliant and a soap, but since she is going to actually, uh, she's going to hydrate it, I think really what we're looking at is skin brightening. It's going to be good in all the, vitamins and all the jazz. And there it is, hydrated right there. And so for the heated water phase, obviously the aloe, that's going to be very hydrating. It's going to be great for inflammation, healing. Glycerin, it's humectant, also be softening. The low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. So low molecular weight will penetrate deeper into the skin and provide a really, really good hydration and also help out with plumping. This is what hyaluronic acid does. The panthenol is obviously going to be great for hydration. Interesting to have it in a skin formulation. I'm not mad at it. And it will help out with the skin barrier. It'll also be healing, so I love that. The glucosamine is going to be a nice ingredient in that it is brightening and can help out with hyperpigmentation. So I love that. You also get some more anti-aging properties from the glucosamine. For your oils, we have the olive squalane, which it's like the jojoba that I used yesterday. It's going to mimic the natural oils found in the skin. So it's great for hydration. It's non-comedogenic. It's antioxidant rich. BTMS is going to be an emulsifier that will help out also with just skin softness. Cetyl alcohol is going to be another emulsifier, as well as a thickening agent. The dimethicone 350, it's going to be a protective barrier, give an overall silky feel. So we've got a lot of protective barriers going on here. That's interesting. And strawberry extract is going to be obviously very nutrient rich. It's going to be a brightener, and it's going to, again, all the benefits of strawberry. And then for the cool down phase, she's putting strawberry powder in. So actually, I'm lying. I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll see it when she does it, when that actually gets incorporated in. So the vitamin E, obviously, we know vitamin E is great for the skin. The Emulthix, it's another emulsifier, so it's going to effectively help out with just viscosity overall. I don't really know that we need 3 emulsifiers in all of this, but I'm not mad at it. We also have a liquid Germol Plus, which is going to be a broad spectrum preservative that will be really good for this purpose. Now, since we are talking about the hyaluronic acid and low molecular and high molecular hyaluronic acid, I did want to talk about the differences and what that means. So the low molecular, as I said, it can penetrate deeper into the skin because it has a smaller molecular size, and that will help reduce the appearance of fine lines and all the jazz. High molecular hyaluronic acid sits on the surface of the skin and provides a barrier. So we have a lot of barrier stuff going on with this. This is definitely what I would call a barrier cream. So that will give immediate hydration to the skin surface, and it will not be as penetrating as the low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. So it's going to be very protective. So I really do like that across the board. This is an interesting solution that she has going on here. It's so chunky. It's so chunky. It's just, everything's just like separating and not wanting to hit an emulsion. And she's working with first her little whiskey guy, and then she's going to move back to the big boy and put the stir stick back in it. I mean, it's dedication right there for sure. Putting that strawberry puree or that, strawberry powder in definitely did a number on it. And I am interested to know what her experience was with all of this after it had been allowed to sit for a while, if she didn't get any of these chunks out. But it feels like she's doing a really good job making sure that there's really super incorporated. So I wouldn't expect any like rot pockets anywhere. Now, speaking of rot pockets, the preservative for this, overall with all the ingredients and the different phases here, the preservative is a good one. It's good at low concentrations. As I said, it is a broad spectrum preservative, so it's going to help out with bacteria, yeast, and mold. If you're looking for another alternative, Optifin Plus would be a really good one to use as well. And that is a little bit more gentle on the skin than the Germol Plus. But since we have the Lucidal in the low molecular weight hyaluronic acid solution, we have more antimicrobial protection within all of this, which is really good. That's actually a cool thing. Not sufficient on its own, but it does work really well in combination with the Liquid Dermal Plus. So really, really thoughtful across the board. I love this. Okay, now let's see Miss A, and not so typical soaps and more with her pouring skills. And notice how light colored this overall solution is. When I got all of the briefs, all of the recipes and the pictures from the soap mod so we could do the jury and actually, pick winners for this one, the actual lotion itself was very dark. It was this beautiful purpley pink. And I thought that was very cool. Reminded me a lot of when we had the strawberry glycerite lotion. Oh gosh, I think like the first year we did Project Soapway. And I really dug that. And then when I saw this footage, I was a little bit confused because this is very light colored. So my assumption is, and she can tell us whether or not I'm wrong, is that after a couple days, that strawberry powder, that strawberry powder ultimately got well, it ended up tinting everything a darker color. And so, because that did change within the lotion, I would be a bit concerned about potential preservative breakdown. But since we are using the Germal plus the um, I'm th since the Lucidol again is present, I'm thinking that this is going to be fine. We shouldn't have any issues as far as preservation goes. But again, she can report with all of this and let us know. This is something that is meant to be challenging, incorporating, fresh ingredients into your cosmetics. And if she had any issues with it, wherein there that ended up being a problem, and she had some potential rotting or anything, then there's nothing necessarily wrong with the ingredients in and of themselves. You would just really need to eliminate your strawberry powder, and I think everything would be fine. This is a challenge. This is not something that she has done specifically for her line ever before, but I would imagine that this barrier cream that she has here, she's used several times before. She's just incorporating strawberry into the mix. And strawberry, as far as skincare products go, I'm all about it. I think that's really nice. I think it's also very smart considering we have the vitamin C in here, which could lead to sensitive skin issues in the sun. She has so many protective, like the barrier cream elements within this recipe, from obviously the hyaluronic acid, as well as the emulthix and the dimethicone, all the jazz. I think we're not gonna experience any problems with this being, well, making essentially your skin very sensitive in the sun because of that vitamin C. So overall, I think this is delightful. I loved this recipe, was very, very interested in it. One of the downsides of formulating a really thoughtful cosmetic is you end up dealing with a crap ton of ingredients, like for sure. And so that can be a lot to keep up with, but the ingredients that she selected were very thoughtful. I might eliminate a couple of them just in order to simplify the recipe, but I mean, gosh, why? You know what I mean? She kind of included all of the dope stuff, and so why not? I would be very interested to try this. The overall with this, I was told that it's nice lightweight for sure, not intensely hydrating on the skin, so it's sticky or feeling overly thick, which is obviously important in the summer months. The last thing we want is our moisturizer or anything we're putting on our face to feel like it's clogging our faces, our skin's ability to breathe. So I like it. The inclusion of the emulthix, it is a very interesting one, and I'm wondering if she did that just because of the strawberry within all of this. If she normally does not use this emulsifier that will combine the oils, the silicones, and the water. So I don't know. 10 out of 10. Do you see how dark that is? See what I mean? It's very, very dark. So it definitely darkened up throughout the whole thing. I don't know. She's going to tell us all about it. How long did it take to get to this dark color? Let us know. I love it. This is a very cool recipe for sure. It was very, very thoughtful, as I said. Not so typical soaps and more. She does all of the dope things. It's not surprising anyone, honestly. Miss A, you are a rock star, and you know this. So when I was reviewing this footage, I had to message her and I was like, "Do you have any more of this footage? Because I think I'm missing a piece." And I was missing a piece, so she sent it through. But what I was confused about was at the end of like the making and all the things, the actual lotion was still very, very light in color. And the picture that was submitted for the Project Soapway Challenge was a very dark color. And I'm thinking that must be the strawberry puree that is eventually coloring everything after it's been allowed to sit for a little bit. And so I find that very cool. Assuming that there are no preservative concerns within all of that, then yeah, that's actually delightful. You have a naturally like pinky purple cosmetic. It's cute. I love it for sure. This entire formulation across the board was very thoughtful. I like it. I like that it was very lightweight lotion when it was all said and done, very hydrating, not overly heavy, so it's not really going to weigh down your face, nothing that's going to feel too tacky or sticky on the skin. And all of the benefits of strawberries are just like a slam dunk to put into a leave-on product. So I love that for sure. Everything else that she selected was super thoughtful as well. And so well done, you. Everybody, obviously, go do the things. Go support Miss A. Go check out Not So Typical Soaps and More on the YouTube. She has a great channel. Go say hi. Tell her I sent you. All the things. And yeah, thank you for being you. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my person. And thank you for continuing to share your excellent skills with us over here at the Soap and Clay thing. I appreciate you. For the Sudsers, I appreciate all of you too. You guys are awesome. You guys, the people who are part of the challenges and participate in the challenges and support each other. And it's an amazing thing to be a part of just generally. And so I feel like a very lucky person every time I think about it, that I'm surrounded by so many cool people. So thank you. I'm out of here. I hope you guys are having an excellent day. I will see you again tomorrow for another Project Soapway winner and another round of cosmetic infused soapy fun. Bye.